All right, we are recording. I've got my bevy in hand. Anybody else with bevy? I am telling you guys. Donna, I see Donna. This is my nighttime trick to not touching any chocolate, not touching cereal. I'm the worst for having cereal right before bed. I don't know why I get these urges. Like I will literally come down at midnight and just like sneak a bowl of cereal. Bevy stops me from doing that. So I'm giving you guys a little life hack there. I got my bevy here with me and so excited to talk to you guys tonight. Happy October. Like how did that happen? Right? Level 10 now. We've been calling it all year long. Level 10 of Jumanji. Let's kick this off. My name is Monica Lopez because I know we have so many new coaches on our team and I want to welcome you guys. I want to say welcome to the family. I hope you feel that sense already being on our team page when they welcomed you into our team and you got everyone cheering you on and congratulating your kickoff of your business. But my name is Monica Lopez and I am the founder of Team Diesel Core. And tonight you're going to be hearing from a couple of other coaches as well. You're going to be hearing from Donna Paniagua, 2-star diamond coach. You're going to also be hearing from Jackie Worley, 2-star qualifying diamond coach, and my sister Veronica Cavalcante, who is in 6-star qualification. So I'm going to shut up. I'm going to pass it over. Jackie, are you there?
I'm here, Monica. How are you?
I'm good. Hold on. Wait. Of course, I forgot to pull up the slides. So let me pull up the slides.
I'm going to need that real quick. Thanks.
Yeah, because that's important, right? Let's do that. So in the meantime, introduce yourself. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, guys. My name is Jackie Worley. And like Monica said, I am a 2-star diamond official coach. It just happened, and I just hit premiere, and I'm so excited about it. I don't even know how I got here. But it's happening, and it's all just a matter of simple steps that I'm implementing every single day, just like everybody else in this team. And it's all really thanks to the amazing leaders we have here. And we're going to celebrate some really awesome people tonight. And I know first and foremost is going to be my girl, Sarah DePardo, always at the top. This girl is on freaking fire. I'm so proud of you. So let me go down the list here. We have a lot of people to talk about tonight. So from the beginning, Sarah DePardo at 18, Ana Hernandez at 16, Monica Lopez 14, Donna Paniagua at 10, on my screen, sorry, Ann Kionis at 10, Michelle Perella at 10, Jackie Worley at 10, Declan Graham at 10, Susan Lepre at 10, and Veronica Cavalcante at 10. These people killed it this month at a really, really hard month. Honestly, September was so killer for me. I don't know about you guys, but they were able to help at least 5 people change their lives through Beachbody. So proud of you guys. Awesome. And now we have our SC5 people who are able to get to at least help the lives of 3 people. Last month in September, we have Shelby Grandit. Sorry, I need to move my chat because I can't see anybody. There we go. Here we go. Megan Pallone at 8, Michelle Mitadiri at 8, Dixie Andrade at 8, Gina Johnson at 8, Brianna McGregor at 8, Mariana Shirara at 8, Luisa Arias at 8, Grace Sotolongo Alvarez at 6, Jessica Everett at 6, Trish Cloutier at 6, Stacy Hernandez at 6, Monica Fajardo at 6, Debbie Eskenazi Rubio, I think I got that right, at 6, Leonette Delphin at 6, Natalie Melason at 6, Sylvia Gutierrez at 6, Lizette Suarez at 6, Alejandra Fernandez at 6, Stephanie Strills at 6, April Bailey at 6, Yaima, I think I said that right, Yaima, Egusquina Alvarez at 6, Andrea Calle at 6, Molly Berryhill at 5, Melissa Rihanna at 5, Jennifer Goichentia, I'm sorry, Jennifer, I'm so bad with names sometimes, at 5, and Amy Alvarello at 5. You guys kicked so much butt last month, seriously, totally epic. Really amazing to see this many faces on here. And if you have your own team, you know, seeing this many faces on an SC screen is just freaking epic. So way to go, guys. So proud
Jackie,
of you.
it took me forever to say Goicochea.
Goicochea. Thank you. I totally butchered some of your names. I'm so sorry.
So for the newer coaches on our team that don't quite know what all these numbers mean, this is Success Club. This is basically the metrics to our business. So when you come into the business and you hit your new coach training, you're going to hear the word Success Club thrown around all the time because that's what you should be focusing on. That is like your metric to say, okay, coming into the business, what should I be, aiming to hit? How many people a month should I be helping change their life through the health and fitness programs and products that Beachbody have to offer. And though, depending on the challenge packs that you help someone with Shakeology or any of our consumables or any of our products, they equate to what we call Success Club points. So what you're seeing here are coaches that literally, for pretty much, if you could pretty much calculate it, every 2 points equals 1 life impacted through Beachbody. So congratulations to all these top coaches. Now take it away, Jackie, for our success starters, and explain what those are.
So success starters are a very elite crew. Okay, I am actually part of that crew. I got Success Starter when it was a little bit harder to reach, I must say. You had to get it the first 3 months of your business. And the first 3 months, meaning each of the first 3 months, it used to be you had to help 3 people and at least reach SC5 those first 3 months. Now it's any 3 months in the first 6 months that you become a coach. If you can help at least 3 people or reach SC5, Success Club 5, just like what you saw on the previous screen, for 3 of the first 6 months of your coaching business, then you become a success starter. And what does that mean? Well, of course there's prizes tied to it, because why would it be cool if there wasn't? So you get actually a ticket to Summit, which is amazing. Next year we're going to St. Louis. I already have my ticket, I'm ready to go. But the other cool thing about it that they are doing now is you actually get to be a part of a test group for a brand new program that Beachbody launches, and that is the Bees, because I never got to do that when I was a success starter, and now I think we're actually coming up on Autumn's program, for 9-week Control Freak, and that's going to be really, really exciting. So if you're a success starter, you get a free ticket to Summit. You get to do that challenge with a brand new program, and it's just so exciting. We have a couple people who got to do 30-day breakaway in this group as success starters, and that was really, really cool. So let's celebrate Moni McIntosh. First month success starter, month 1 qualified, which means that she was able to hit at least SC5 in one of her first months of coaching. We have Monica Fallardo, success starter, month 3, which means that she is on her way to Summit next year, and she's going to be in a test group. Do we know what test group yet? I don't know yet. I don't even know what test group is going on right now.
I actually think she has 1 more month. So I see that this crossed off month 1 and 2 is done. So she's got
Gotcha. So she has 1 more month to go. 1 more month to go. But still, you're well on your way, Monica. You're going to make it happen for sure. For sure. That is super awesome. Okay, thanks. Yaima S. Aguskiza. I'm sorry, Aguskiza. I promise I practiced this, but I'm not so good with names. I'm so sorry. But Yaima was able to meet Success Starter month 2. She just has 1 more month left, and then she's going to lock in her Summit ticket. Gina Johnson, again, Success Club month 2, qualified. That's awesome. So she's going to be locking that in just 1 more month. That's super exciting, Gina. Then we have Louisa Arias, success starter, month 3 qualified, ticket to Summit, locked in. Good for you, Louisa. That is not an easy feat, and you were able to do it and pull it off. You were going to St. Louis, baby. That is awesome. Good for you, Louisa. Way to go. And Molly Berryhill, this is one of my own girls. I am so proud of you, girl. She is going to Summit. We already have a room. We are ready to go, and she's going to get a free ticket to one of those success starter test groups. Amazing job, Molly. So proud of you, as always. You guys kick butt this time. Oh, and we have another one. Shout out. Oh, I see Rosemary McCurver. Am I doing this one? Do you want me to do this one, Monica? No? Okay.
So that's Donna, because that's actually
Donna. That's right. The touch group.
Should we just pass it right over?
Oh, hi, Donna. Yes, so this is Donna. Let me introduce you to Donna. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to doing these calls. You guys have to forgive me. Monica asked me to do this, so I was like, yeah, sure. And I clearly am not ready. Donna, I'm going to pass it over to you, one of our amazing coaches. Take it away, Donna.
Thank you, Jackie. So I am going to, this was really exciting for me. Just like Jackie, I was also a success starter. I've been coaching for 3.5 years, and we didn't have these kind of perks with our success starter. We did get the free ticket to Summit and a few other things, but being part of a test group is such an elite group and privilege. And Rosemary actually is one of my personally sponsored coaches, and she did earn her success starter access to the test group, and she is participating as we speak in the 9-week Control Freak test group. So congrats to Rosemary. I do want to give her an extra special shout out. She is active duty military. Her husband is currently deployed. She has 2 littles and she still shows up for her business. So like, can we just, let's just drop in the chat. So, oh my God, I'm so proud. We served together like 20 years ago. My heart. All right, moving on to rank advancement. Someone actually said this analogy to me and I love it. Our business is like the vessel. If you allow it, it will take you wherever you want it to. And going emerald, which is our first rank, is like putting the keys in the ignition. We're actually not even starting the engine until we get a little higher up the chain. But these people right here are saying, keys in the ignition, I'm ready to do the damn thing. And they have each signed 2 coaches. So congratulations to Diana Cortez for advancing to her first rank of Emerald Coach. Yay, Diana. We have Coach Shelby, also an Emerald Coach. And like I said, to go Emerald for the newer coaches, this is gonna be you signing 2 coaches. We have 2 legs, left leg, right leg. And this is gonna be the foundation of your business. Congratulations to Veronica Flores for also going Emerald. Love your tattoo, girl. Natalie Melanson, congratulations on earning your Emerald Coach rank. Own your magic, girl. Ooh, now we're getting up a little higher in the chain. Ruby Coach is having 2 emeralds and then 6 coaches underneath. I don't know, that's the next one. Adianis Martinez, did I say that right? You guys, I actually was practicing the name.
You're so close. It's Adianis Martinez.
Adianis Martinez, congratulations on going Ruby. And you guys, I'm Mexican by marriage, so my Hispanic culture is evolving. Gina Johnson, oh, we got the diamond coaches. So this is like, keys are in the ignition and we're ready to drive. When you go diamond, this is the highest rank you can achieve that's in your control. So you're saying like, I got 8 coaches, 2 emeralds, and I am committed to growing my business. So congratulations, Gina, that's a huge accomplishment. We also have Grace. Ooh, this is in script and I have a chat box over that. Grace from Team Determined to Rise. Congratulations, girl, on going diamond. It's raining all kinds of diamonds. Ooh, Jennifer Palaez. No, I chopped that one out. 1-star diamond qualifying now is the next level. Now you've grown your structure to diamond and you have one of your coaches that's grown to diamond also. So Jennifer is qualifying. You hold that for 6 weeks, girl, and you will be a lifetime 1-star. And that'll get you a trip to, well, when I went, it was Los Angeles, but there is a very elite conference just for new leaders that you will qualify for. Okay, Jackie Worley. So you guys heard from Jackie. Congratulations. She is officially, so she held this for 6 weeks, a 2-star diamond coach. And what comes along with this, not only your trip to that new leaders conference, you actually get to open a second business center. So now you have control of your business and you get to open like a 2.0, like a second, that's just more income. So you're growing and holy cow, that's for me when my business really started to boom. I took a huge pay increase with that qualification. So congratulations, Jackie, that's amazing. I think we have one more. Oh, yes, okay. This is my grandma coach. So Veronica is 2 coaches up for me. She is 6-star qualifying. I believe this is her 4th week. So she's got a hold for 2 more weeks, but she's basically like putting her stamp on the ground. She's definitely a very well-respected leader on our team. For those of you that don't know, she is Monica's sister, a very close business partner and friend of mine. And I am so proud. And then my coach is in there. She's part of that qual, Gina. So congratulations for Veronica's team Unleashed for 6-star qualifying. Oh, we got more. Oh no, this is not me. I'm passing this one over. Not only do we have rank advancements, but we have another form of advancement here. So awesome. I'm going to pass the mic over to Vero.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, guys. All right, so this is what is called the Road to Elite, and this is something that I love. This is like my baby. I love this, and what I love about it is that this is so getting on the Road to Elite. What's pretty awesome is that the higher you go, what that really means is that not only are you finding success, but now your team is as well, right? And so as you go growing on the elite ladder, there's four categories that you can get to. And I'm gonna share a couple people here that hit crazy awesome milestones in this, but we have team builder, team leader, then premier, and then elite. And once you start hitting in the premier and the elite, part of this type of recognition, it's basically saying that you yourself are kicking butt as a coach, right? And you're doing all the things, but your team is also finding success as well. And so it's a very prestigious title to earn. Getting any title from the Road to Elite means that you're doing the right things. You are doing the right things in this business and you are moving forward, which is what it's important and what it's all about, and bringing as many people as possible with you. So I want to congratulate Miani Eskenazi, who is officially a team builder. Mind you, this is her first year as a coach. She just hit diamond. She just, became a coach, his success starter. She's doing all the things, guys. And so this is just another milestone that she just hit in her business. So congratulations, Miani. I'm so freaking proud of you. Yeah, you got it. Next one is Dixie Andrade. Congratulations. She hit the next level, which is team leader. So Beachbody's recognizing her like, I see you. You're leading a pack and you're leading with example. You're leading by example, and girls on your team are starting to see and also are starting to mimic what you're doing, and they're finding success. And so this is, again, an amazing title on the Road to Elite to achieve. So congratulations, Dixie. And I have no doubt she's about to hit Premier real soon. We also have Ana Hernandez as well. She hit that team leader rank. And again, she's not stopping there, guys. Trust me when I say none of these girls are stopping there. There is more to come. So I'm just going to leave it right there. And we have another Michelle Perella as a team leader. Once again, she is gunning it, and she's got full throttle to make it to the end of the Road to Elite. So I cannot wait. You guys are going to hear a lot more from Michelle Perella, which, mind you, can I just share what happened recently with Michelle? So Michelle has life happens, right, guys? Life freaking happens, but we got to keep going, and we got to just truck along, and we just got to figure things out. And what an example that she was, because life happened to her recently. Her daughter, fractured her arm. She was in the hospital, might have to have surgery, and it's hard, and her daughter's, a year old or less than a year old. And so it's really hard as a mom and emotionally, and yet she was still laser focused and still getting things done, still leading the team, still leading by, from the front, and just showing her team what is possible, even in the midst of chaos or when life happens, because it's not a matter of if it's going to happen, it's a matter of when. So congratulations, Michelle. And I'm so freaking proud of you.
All right, I'm gonna step in for this one.
I was just
gonna recognize yourself, girl. So the cool thing, let me tell you guys a real cool thing about the Road to Elite. The Road to Elite revolves around, it's kind of like a me-we, right? Me as in the coach. So for example, Veronica or Dixie or Anna and Michelle that you've heard from today, or Miani, they are leading in their business and crushing goals, right? But then their team, there's also a we component of the team, and a coach cannot achieve the results or advance on the Road to Elite without having their team also thriving, like Veronica mentioned. And so this revolves around Success Club. It revolves around the growth of teams individually and in unison. And so I want you guys to know that my sister Veronica, if you guys know the point system, she walked into 2020. Veronica, what was your first month's points?
3.
So 3 points on the very first month.
And that second month wasn't even better. It was
it was 7. It was 7. And so that equates to a rough start. So many people would start off a year like that and just disconnect and be like, you know what, there's no use, I'm behind, this is not gonna happen, and all the negative self-talk. But if you also know my sister, and you guys know I say this left and right about her, because she's like this within the business and she's also like this within life. Veronica is the person that if you telling her there's a chance, she will hold on to that slither of hope and she will make it happen. And so Veronica, I want to congratulate you and your team, Team Unleashed, because it's a me and we, and it's not just you that's created this momentum, right? Coming from a dead halt in the beginning of the year has created momentum, but you guys are thriving in a really big way. And I know that this is just a pit stop. So congratulations to you and your team, officially 2021 Premier Coach, but that's just for a little while because I know it's coming next. So congratulations to you. And I'll let you take away for the next one because this is really exciting as well.
Yeah, this right here, guys, we need to make some noise in the chat. Make some noise in the chat. Jackie Worley is officially the first, besides Monica, Premier Coach in Diesel Core. She just made history. Guys, make it freaking rain in this chat. Jackie, so freaking proud of you for achieving this. This is an amazing freaking accomplishment. You and your team have been such a powerhouse, and I've been just standing in the sidelines watching you guys and just like linking arms and trucking forward, and it's just been really amazing to see because, you know, Monica and I, we joked around the last 3 years, you know, we were always being on stage, going on stage as recognized as a elite or premier coach. And it was just, we would just close our eyes and envision for somebody else in Diesel Core to be there as well with us. And you are officially our first premier coach for Diesel Core. So congratulations, my friend. Monica, if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I just want to say what brought me to tears with this one was when Jackie sent me the text message with her mirror and all the things that everywhere she had written 2-star diamond, 2-star diamond. She visualized it. She believed it. She worked towards it with all the things. The most coachable person, I mean, coachable AF. And she just leans in. It gets hard, of course, for all of us, but she is that person that just leans in. She does with a giant smile on her face. And she's also like, what I love about her also is that we will fucking cry it out 1 minute, and then the next minute we're back at work, you know, back to doing the damn thing. And so that just says grit, that says, you know, perseverance, that says, like, you know, non-negotiable goals. She knows where she's going. And Jackie, I want to say that it's an honor to have you as the very first premier coach to hit our team. You're not going to be the last because I already know what's in the pipeline. So I'm so excited. This is going to be the most explosive year for our team. But soak in this moment because it is huge. And congratulations on your second business center and your very first bonus, like all the things.
Thank you guys so much. I'm trying not to cry because I wanted to say thank you, but I am so, so grateful to have you guys in my upline. Like, I don't know what I would do without this team. It's everything, the community, the campfire, it's everything. It's everything. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Love you. Way to rep Heart of Heroes, Team Heart of Heroes. I know Meech is so damn proud. She said it from day one. You know, I'll never forget when Meech told me, oh my gosh, I just signed a coach and she's going to be the next Melanie Mitro. By the way, Melanie Mitro is like the top coach for like, I don't know, 3,000 years straight. And she's like, she's going to be and she saw it in you from day one, Jackie. So you know, all we are seeing here is what we all knew. So congratulations to you. And we are proud of you. So, all right, that closes. Oh, I just want to show you guys one more thing because I did have it here. So I know like Miani got this in the mail. She's like, wait, what does this mean? So when you achieve the Road to Elite, what you're doing is you're building your trophy, right? So the first one, and they're kind of like little magnetic, see that magnetic pieces that come apart. It's so cool. It's like really, really cool concept. And as you start growing, you know, in the business and achieving your different benchmarks or milestones in the business, you'll get mailed to you, and it's like glass. It's like really, really heavy, and it creates a trophy. So this is the trophy for last year for achieving Elite. Got all the way to the very top. But even, you know, getting to team builder, then team leader. And if that's where it stops for you in 2020, that's completely fine. You know where you're going in 2021. And then you continue to build, you know, on the Road to Elite. And I just think that this is so special. And I wanted you guys to see that because you might be getting yours in the mail soon. You're like, wait, what is this? That's what it is. It's a trophy that you'll be building out.
So congrats to you, Miani. I know you just received yours and you were so excited about it. She's like, this is really pretty. It must be important. I'm like, yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right. So we've got a special guest with us tonight. Because let's just acknowledge the elephant in the room. September sucked. It was a shit sandwich. It sucked. It was hard. You know, if you guys have been in our team for at least, probably I would say, well, since like quarantine hit, probably March, every month we'd hop on our team calls and we'd be like, oh my gosh, everything's exploding. And the team leaderboards were, doubling, month to month. And every time I'd say this is our biggest month ever, the next month we'd come back and be like, we just beat it. It's the biggest month ever again. Well, we all kind of know, and I relate this so much to like the housing market crash, right? I remember when I was trying to buy a home in those years when the market crashed, and I had gone to see a house, liked it, and then I went back to take my mom the very next week to go look at the same house, and it was up $25,000. And I'm like, a week later, that can't be right. And I just knew that rapid growth like that momentum or that skyrocket, it's not gonna last, right? It has to take a dip back down. It has to stabilize and to go back up. Same concept here. We were on a high, so many things working in our favor, and we had momentum on our side. And I just feel like a good business owner sees that, takes advantage of that momentum, rides that wave. But a great business owner expects that it's going to get hard again and leans into the hard. And I think the biggest thing for me is, and I've learned this because in the business 9 years, this is not the first time we've had ebbs and flows, right? I've been able to control my emotions and learn to control my emotions, and not to sit there and say like, I suck, or I'm not cut out for this, or thinking, internalizing everything that's happening, but rather looking outward and saying, okay, this is what's in front of us. We just gotta, we gotta shift the sails, get through this storm to get to the other side and continue and wait for that, the next spike to come. And so I wanted to bring on, if you guys don't know Christina Delgado, she is like, depending on where you're on the business, she's either your grandmother, your great-grandmother, your great-great-great-grandmother, but she is my upline coach and sponsor and mentor and best friend and like sister, God-given sister as well, my big sister that I never had. And I invited her tonight to talk to you guys. And when I talked to her about what we needed and what we said, she says, let's talk about reigniting the fire. And when she said reigniting, I'm like, that. Yes, that. So without further ado, are you there, Chris?
It's like I've never used Zoom before. I am here.
She never hop on.
Like, where's that unmute button again? I forget. Well, that was an exciting kickoff to this call. You guys are killing it. And I'm so honored to be here. I'm a little bit nervous because I put my thoughts together and I'm like, I think I needed this call myself. So here I am. I think we all do. But can we start with doing one thing together? Let's redefine certain things. And one of them is that September was hard. And I've said it, Monica, I've said it a million times. Oh my God, September was hard. I mean, we've talked about it ad nauseum, but I thought like, if we're going to get into this right mindset to like, not only crush Q4, but like continue crushing this business for a lifetime, which is my hope for everybody, we have to redefine hard. I don't think September was hard. Now that I start to think about it and redefine it, it's business. September is just business. And if you're a true business owner, then you know that all businesses go through great times, they go through stagnant times, and they go through times where it's just a little bit more challenging, but it's just business. And if we all get into that mindset, then you will always understand that in our business, we're going to ride incredible waves. I mean, the obvious, right? We have the new year coming, and everybody knows what happens in the new year. People make New Year's resolutions. And if you've been in the game and if you've been showing up every day consistently, then the new year is a really great time for you in this business. And then there's there's that kind of that spring slump, and we go on the Success Club trip and we party and we have some Casamigos and some Don Julio and we get all fired up again. And then we come, and I'm hoping that we have the Success Club trip. We come back and we crush that beginning of summer, and then we go to Summit, and and then, oh no, here comes the fall again. But it's just business. It's just business. So can we all get on that same page today and say, you know what? September was just business. It wasn't hard. It's just business. And tonight, what I want to do is I want to make your mindset about this business, this whole concept of reigniting. I don't want it to be like this fleeting moment, because I feel like I can fire you up tonight. I can cheer you on. I could rah-rah you. I can say, oh my God, Donna, you're so amazing, which I do think you are. You're so amazing. And oh my God, like all the things that you guys are doing. You just came off of Superstar, and Jackie, oh my God, Jackie, awesome, right? All these things. But I don't want it to be a moment. I want it to be permanent. I want to give you an energy boost that's not going to go away when you go to bed tonight. And when you wake up in the morning, you wake up feeling the same way that you felt before you got on this call, which may be a little bit defeated. Some of you are not. And I want you to understand that the message for you, the ones that are on fire right now, that are trucking towards the end to end, and I know who you are, the ones that are going for Elite and for Premier and locking all these things, you have to listen to this message too, because you have coaches to mentor through seasons like this. And for those of you that came on to this call feeling a little bit defeated and kind of the wind sucked out of you after the 15-star qual, or maybe just the business of September, but that you need to refocus and reignite. But again, it's something that I don't want it to be just a moment. I want you to learn the skill of permanency in this business, because it's a skill that you develop to be permanent in this business. The majority of coaches are not permanent in the business because they haven't developed the mindset of permanency in the business. And there was a quote that I heard, it was 2015. I invested in myself. I invested in Tony Robbins' leadership. And it was a quote that made everything make sense to me. It made my business make sense to me. It made mentoring my coaches make sense to me. It made, when people quit, it made sense to me. And it was something that I learned that literally affected everything going forward. And I want you to write it down. I want you to learn it. I've never forgotten it. And I have the memory of a pea. Like the memory of a pea. That's how impactful it was. I'm going to repeat it. I'm going to repeat it again, because I want you guys to embrace this, because I think it'll change you like it changed me. Tony Robbins says that the strongest force in the human personality, the strongest force in the human personality is our need to be consistent with who we believe we are. The strongest force in the human personality is our need to be consistent with who we believe we are. Now I'm going to dig into that just a little bit, because some of you might be like, I don't get it. Why is it so powerful? Not sure. I'm going to dig into it just a little bit, because I need you to understand why, to me, it's important to understand this quote and how it's going to affect your business and your coach's business, so that you can continue growing into the future. And I'm going to say this: the current state of your business is indicative of the mental habits that you've developed over time. The current state of your business is indicative of the mental habits that you've developed over time. So if you're in a good place, you've started to develop, like Monica, I'm actually going to use her as an example in a little bit, like Veronica, Donna, Jackie, they have Michelle, a few other coaches on this team, actually a lot of you guys, the ones that are pushing forward and are very consistent in growing your businesses. You've developed these mental habits about permanency in the business, right? You're very self-aware. You get it. You understand that the business is a business, that there's not always going to be great times, and we have to show up even when it's bad. But the ones of you that feel a little bit defeated or feel a little bit stuck, I want you to understand that you are not broken. You are not broken. You are not broken. And it is not indicative that you are not capable. Okay? You are not broken, and the habits that you have developed over time does not mean that you are not capable of being successful here, nor does it mean that you're not capable of changing and tweaking your mindset to be successful permanently, and not only when the time feels right or when you feel good or when you get that boost of energy or you're being held accountable to your goals. Now let's go back to that Tony Robbins quote. The strongest force in human personalities are need to be consistent with who we believe we are. So some of you have formed a belief system about who you are in the business. I'm not talking about who you feel you are outside of the business. I'm specifically talking about in the business. And not to call anybody out, but if you wanted to use the chat, you could. But do you define yourself and who you are in the business as super consistent, right? Because there's positives here. Like I define myself as super consistent. That's who I am. Or do you define yourself as an overachiever? I define myself as I kind of was like, who am I? Oh my God, I'm all these things, right? Are you a bull in a china shop, right? Like rain, shine, doesn't matter, stubbed my toe, broke my leg, kids in the hospital, I don't care, I'm hitting Success Club. Bull in the effing china shop. Yeah, that's me too. But some of you are retreaters. Some of you have defined yourself and become retreaters. Some of you have defined yourself and become quitters. Some of you have become and defined yourself as things I know you don't want to be, but the human personality is so strong, and you have created this story in your head that is so incredibly powerful that you have made yourself believe that. So guess what you do? You fall into the habit of doing it every single time. When the business changes, when the season changes, when life happens, when the kids start school, when all the things happen, the belief system that you've come to accept and to tell yourself over and over again starts to define your daily habits. Now do you see the connection of where I'm going? Now you have become that person, and you're not broken. It's just that you've come to believe that that's who you are. And so guess what happens? That's how you act in the business. And that's the little tweak. It's a little, itty bitty little shift in your mindset to fix that in your business so that you can start defining yourself as, and I wrote the word down, the overcomer. The one that doesn't retreat, that doesn't quit when times get hard, that doesn't get quiet. I know you're out there, right? When times get rough, you're like, oh, I hate the chat. And I'm like, I want to go over here because I don't want to deal with it. Ah, you know, right? I know, because that's who you have. You've just created a habit. The person, your human personality, that force that Tony Robbins says is so strong that that's just who you've become. We need to tweak that so that your success isn't fleeting, it becomes permanent. And it's a small little tweak. But before I go into what I believe is the secret sauce to changing that, to tweaking that, I want you to kind of come clean and use the chat. And I love reading the chats. But we need to do one thing before we even move forward, because I can tell you all the things that I feel that everybody needs to understand, needs to do, all the things, but you have to come clean about what it is that you want. What is it that you want out of this business? What does, and this is what I want you to write in the chat, and take a second. I mean, we have time. Take a second to think about this. What does success look like to you in this business? What does success look like to you? Is it an amount of money per week? Is it a recognition? Is it freedom? Is it time freedom? Is it being debt free? Is it developing a strong unified team? That's what you want to do. You don't care about anything else. You just want a strong, fun community team. Like, what does that look like to you? Think about it. Because for me, and I'll just, mine has kind of changed a lot throughout the years. But right now, where you are, what does success look like to you? In this, like, if you, in a perfect world, and if everything was right and all the conditions were right, like, what do you actually freaking want out of this? Because I can shove what I think Success Club looks like into your mouth, but that might not be what you want. For me, at one point, it was a dollar figure. I needed to make a certain amount of money to be able to retire from the practice of law. So I was very figure driven, dollar figure driven. Now it's changed, and so you need to come clean with what it is that you see as success defined like in this business, because that's what's going to also define your current purpose, which is how, when I start telling you what I think you need to take ownership of, it's going to make sense to you. It might not make sense to the person next to you on this Zoom, but it will make sense to you. So the secret sauce, you guys, in all of this is, number one, understanding your purpose in building this business right now. It's going to change. Yours is going to look different from somebody else's. No one's better than the other, right? Not one person's reason for building is better than the other, because we all have different reasons. And that's why I love this. But if we understand each other's differences, then we can lean on each other to build to that potential permanently, not just when we feel good about it. So what do I believe is the secret sauce here? How do we reignite permanently? How do we get on track all the time, accepting that this is a business and that you can achieve whatever it is that you want, so long as you are willing, number one, to come clean with what you want, number two, to tweak those habits, and not defining yourself by the past or the things that have happened in your business before. Like, oh, here I go, like Team Cup, look at me, I was so on fire, I hit my highest number, the next month I didn't hit success, oh, I suck, I'm not capable, which is very typical, right? We just came off a Team Cup month where everybody hit, did their thing. And then it's like, boom, who are you when that happens? That's what we need to fix, is who are you after the energy dies down, after the motivation changes, after all of it shifts. That's what we need to tweak. So what is the secret sauce, you guys? It's taking extreme ownership. Taking extreme ownership. And I hope that at the end of this call, you know that I'm not just talking about the business. I'm talking about life. A quote that I heard of about a year ago, that I was like, dang, like that, yes. You are responsible for everything in your life. And everything. I read it and I'm like, okay, that's hard. That's hard to digest, because no, I wasn't kind of responsible for DJ being diagnosed autistic, and I'm kind of not responsible for XYZ, but no, I'm responsible for how I react to it. So yeah, you are responsible for everything in your life. When you accept that, then you know how to move forward from it. So what are the things I want you to take ownership today? Obviously, I'm going to say number one is your mindset. Your mindset has to be the thing that is worked on every single day, you guys. It is the joystick that's going to control your every single move. What you believe becomes your reality. And if you are not strengthening that mindset muscle every single day, any little tick and flea that infests your mind will destroy any momentum that you have, because like the quote from this book, Freakishly Effective Leadership, says that every next level is going to require you to overcome the next devil. The devil, however you want to define that, religiously, not religious, I don't care, is always going to try to throw you off track. And so you need to stop taking your personal growth plan for granted. And that has to be number one. Your income and your success, that thing that you defined in the chat a second ago, is going to be a direct reflection of the growth that you're committed to. Is the growth that it's the tweaking. It's the tweaking. You have to be aware of the tweaks that need to be made for you to get to the next level. You can't stay the same person and want more for your life. You just can't. You just can't. So you have to be self-aware with your mindset and be willing to put in that kind of work. I'm going to just jump into self-awareness, because that's another thing you need to take ownership of. And I'm not immune. Nobody is immune to having a bad day, a bad month, a bad circumstance, a tragedy. We're not immune. Nobody. It is self-awareness that is key. If in fact what you said you wanted out of this business is true and you're willing to work for it, you need to become self-aware. And this is where I bring in Monica, because she doesn't even notice that she did it the other day, but she gave me the best example I've ever seen about self-awareness. Well, she's done it twice, but I'm going to talk about this last time. You know those Wednesday calls, the Choose Joy, that are amazing in the morning? It was this beautiful call, and we all listened to it. And there was a book recommendation that was made. Monica downloaded the book or the audio, I'm not sure, but she was listening to the book. And we were talking about, oh my gosh, September, blah, 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 blah. And she says, I was reading this book and it was so good, but I started feeling it was telling me to stop working so hard. And I was like, oh my God, she's so self-aware. She realized that even though the book was incredibly powerful, incredibly strong, that she was getting this sense that it's better to not show up, to not lead her team at the veracity that she was. And she had to say, wait a second, my business is my livelihood. My business is important to me. And while I appreciate the message that the book was sending me about balance, right? I can't fall into, I can't work anymore. I think a lot of people do that. So do you see how self-awareness is such a critical factor in continuing to grow this business? In September, last month, my birthday month, spent the whole month doing this and doing that and partying. And truth be told, I didn't work as hard as I normally do. And I had to come to Jesus. I had to have a come to Jesus. And I said, does this continue into October, or do I cut it and do I get back to work? I had to be self-aware enough to say back to work, because this is a critical time in your business, and 2021 is right around the corner, and you've got work to do. Boom. And that's all. Not that I am different. It's just an investment that I've made in my personal development to become self-aware of that. So I want you guys to pay attention. Pay attention to the habits. Remember, we talked about the habits. Pay attention to the habits that you have formed based on the stories that you've convinced yourself. Number 3, take ownership of the entrepreneurial sacrifice. Take ownership of the entrepreneurial sacrifice. If you want success in this business, there is a cost to that. If you want success in anything, there is a price you must pay. And don't let anyone convince you otherwise. If you want what you said you wanted in the chat, freedom, debt-free, and all of that, there is a price that must be paid, and we've got to come to grips with that. And this business is not one that should be worked 24 hours a day. That's not what network marketing is. That's not what Team Beachbody is. That's not what we tell you to do. But you must sacrifice and you must show up every day. Now, what's cool, you guys, and here's this like little insider information, is that one day, if you embrace the entrepreneurial sacrifice, one day, and it will come, because I've seen it come to everybody that stays in the game. And it might be sooner for some than others. One day you wake up and everything makes sense. Everything. Donna, right? Am I right? Preach it. Jackie, am I right? Veronica, am I right? Meech, am I right? You know how to hit Success Club. You know how to sponsor coaches. You know how to mentor your coaches. You know how to hit Team Builder and Elite and Premier and the thing. One day you wake up, and those that stay in the game and embrace the entrepreneurial sacrifice, guess what also happens? People come to you because you've become the person that they want to be with and a part of and in their team, and they come to you, and you don't have to be on the 24-hour-a-day invite hustle. I'm not saying that goes away completely. I still do it, but you get there. And so is it worth it? Hell freak yeah, to stay in the game for that to happen, because it does. It does. Number 5, your attitude. The other day, you gotta take ownership of your attitude, energy, whatever you want to call it. The other day, I was running my first 10K, and my mantra in that 10K, I know you guys, I can't believe it myself, but that my mantra in that 10K was, your attitude will determine the outcome. And I would say it to myself I swear all the time. And I would, in my head, it was on repeat. Your attitude will determine the outcome. Your attitude will determine the outcome. And I would find myself slouched down, which some of you, it's a metaphor, but some of you are slouched down right now because you feel a little off in the business. But if you say it to yourself, my attitude will determine the outcome, like, you just come up. And I came up every time I would feel like my body was starting to fail me. I would say, your attitude determines the outcome. And I would come up, and I would bring my chest back, and I would smile, put a smile on my face, and everything changed. I ran, Monica knows my pace was ridiculous. And I'm not that runner. I'm a slow runner, but I kept repeating that mantra. And I'm telling you guys right now that your attitude will determine the outcome every single time. If you have that shift right now, I bet tomorrow when you start inviting, game changed, right? It's all going to shift because your attitude is going to be 10 times different than it was before this call. And then lastly, I want you guys to take ownership of hustling for your joy. You know what I really hate? I'm going to be honest with you guys, and I'm sweating. I wore my leadership sweater so that you guys can be inspired to join us next. And I'm literally, I feel like I just did Tabata cardio from 9-Week Control Freak. But I swear. You guys need to learn how to hustle for your joy instead of hustling for like the pain, we have this negative connotation of hustle, right? I do it. I will. And then it says social, I feel like It says social distance, so now I'm an a-hole. Hustle for your joy. Like there's this, like, when we get into these negative headspaces about the business and we start to define ourselves as, you're a quitter, you aren't good enough, I'm not capable, I can't be successful, you start analogizing, or you start the word's escaping me, but you start defining the work that it takes to be successful negatively. Does that make sense? Right? Instead of like, oh, inviting, it's right? Instead of like, this is joyful. So I want you to hustle for your joy instead of hustling for anything else. And then find out what is pulling you into the business. I know Monica shared that post, which I loved, in your team page, but go back to that. What pulls you to this? What pulls you to this, right? For me, oh my God, like, I love doing this. I love mentoring coaches and women and raising the bar of your life. I love that. If you tell me that I have to post recipes on my Instagram stories, it's like I'd rather shove needles into my eyeballs. That is not joyful to me. So I don't do that. So you have to hustle for what brings you joy. And keep repeating that to your, sorry, Donna, it's like comedy hour. You have to find out what it is that draws you to the business instead of what repels you from it. Do everything that draws you in. Okay, Monica, I am done. I think I'm done.
It's like, wow, you're amazing. You're amazing. Every time I think you can't like blow my mind, you know, you do. I feel like you nailed everything that I was feeling, thinking, I didn't know how to verbalize. The chat's been going absolutely nuts. You just nailed it. You just nailed it. And I think that the biggest thing right now is to understand, like, to be able to take that moment. And I think that's the biggest thing for me, is because I go through hard times along with everybody on this team, right? Even me, you both of us looked at us in September, we're like, oh, we got to get it together. We got to figure out how to like shift the sales. It just takes that moment of reflection. I think that's what a lot of people just miss, that step. They don't take that step back, reflect on everything, and have that honest conversation with yourself. And the hard part about that is that nobody could do that part for you but you. Not your coach, not your spouse, not your mama. Like, nobody can do that piece of this puzzle for you. And so that's what I think, like, just kind of bringing everything that you talked about today, and how to get yourself to that. So if you're saying, okay, well, if I take a step back, how do I reflect? What do I focus on, or what do I reflect on? I mean, Christy just gave us the roadmap to that. But what I think is the biggest thing is that we have to take those steps. We have to do those things. We have to hold ourselves accountable and keep ourselves engaged in what we're doing. And we talk about this a lot, how at least for me, I love the marriage analogy when it comes to this business, is like, it's just like your marriage. There's no out to it. You just have to figure out how to make it work. Divorce is off the table. Same thing with this. It's that there's no escape plan. It's figuring out and having those honest conversations and just figuring out what you can tweak in the 2 millimeter shift. That's another thing I was going to say as well. I think oftentimes we get overwhelmed with ourselves because we think it's one giant thing that we have to change, or that it's one big thing. And oftentimes it's just small little things here and there, small little decisions to not watch one more episode, but to get up and do something productive, or that small tweak of getting on the team call and not saying that I'm going to watch the recording that I never watch, or, getting out there and sharing that one more piece of thing that like Chrissy says, that brings you joy, that is going to connect you to the next person. So Chris, I mean, you just nailed everything that I felt on my heart and in my mind. And I thank you for spending time with us tonight, Abuelita. You are bomb.com. You dropped the gold as usual. I want to open it up to anybody else that has anything they want to say or share, because, I want you guys to be able to talk to Christy, and if you have any questions or anything you want to clarify or talk through, by all means.
So I just want to say one thing, that when you said, Christina, and I think that it's really what is that pivotal moment in this business, is that self-awareness that you were saying, and just having that hard talk with yourself. Because The minute I finally, because we are convincing, I don't know about you guys, but I damn believe my lies. Like I was like, I'm doing all the things. Like I boldly believed myself. And that's a very scary place to be. And that's a very self-sabotaging place to be. And that's not a very healthy place to be. And so the minute that I was able to finally just say, like, you know what, Veronica, you know very, very well, you are not doing all the things that you're doing. You're doing actually the very bare minimum. And here you all have the audacity to expect this kind of results, or expect the results of like a Christina or Monica or Superstar. Like, how dare you, you know? It was almost comical, you know? And so the minute I was able to like finally say like, okay, enough. Like I know because I'm living in my own life. Like I knew what I was doing and what I wasn't doing. And it didn't matter how many times I told my sister, told the people around me, I'm doing all the things weren't getting done, because the minute I actually started doing the things, guess what? It did happen. Like things started moving. So I want you to have that really and it's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy. And to humble yourself or be that vulnerable to yourself can be a tough thing, because we naturally have that instinct to like put that guard up, right? I really encourage everybody, bring that wall down, bring it down, look in the mirror, have that talk with yourself. And I always say, right before you go to bed, ask yourself, what I did today, did it serve me? Did it serve my purpose? Did it serve my vision? Did it serve my team, right? Did it serve my family? And if at any point you know that the answer is no, I want you to get right back up. Don't go to bed. Get back up and do the 1 hour that it takes to really build this business on a daily basis. And so I just wanted to just say that, because I had a very rough year, my first year as a coach. And I yo-yoed back and forth, and I did not, I hit that wall in this business. Like I went from that warm market to cold market transition, and it was hard. It was hard. Well, so I told myself, right? Because it wasn't hard. It was when I finally said, okay, enough's enough. Clearly saying these things and pretending that I am doing the things is not going to get me there. So I might as well I need to do the things to get me there. And the minute I did that and had that aha moment and that shift in my mindset, that was when our team just skyrocketed, you know? And so I think, again, mindset is everything. So thank you. That's what I want to say.
Thank you, Vero. Anybody else want to share anything? Speak now, forever hold your peace. You have Abuelita in front of you.
Can I say something, Monica? I want to say something. You know, I think a lot of people will look at me and go like, oh my God, she hit premiere. Like, that's incredible and whatever. And like all these things. And I think like when I first started, you look at these things and you're like totally starstruck, and you think like this is like a totally lofty goal and it's something you couldn't possibly reach. This is so parallel to the health journey, guys. You cannot lose 25 pounds in 1 week. You can't do it by only working out one time a week. You can't do it. It's not possible, physically possible. So I think the real lesson here is keep your foot on the gas at all times. My goal was to hit premiere at the end of the year. And even that I thought was like far-fetched. When I found out I hit premiere, it was like, oh, that happened. And it's really just because I kept my foot on the gas. I kept doing all the things that I knew worked every single day. Consistency is what is going to win this race. It is not about showing up once and going all in and then leaving. It's about every single day doing the small things that are going to get you to your goals. I promise you, I became a coach 16 months ago. This is not something that like happens overnight, but it does happen if you keep your foot on the gas and keep focused, guys.
Thank you for that. That is so, so true, Jackie, and spoken from someone who literally in 1 year has accomplished so much. So, all right, guys, anybody else before we let Abuelita go? Nai.
I want to say something, but I'm afraid I'm going to cry. This is really for the people who might feel defeated. It's hard being a coach and then really celebrating other people when you're not hitting the goals that you want to hit. It's hard. But like Veronica said, like Christina said, like we share, like that's like if you're really, it's like a gut check. Are you really doing all the things that are going to get you to the goal. You can't compare yourself. You can't look at someone else and know, like, it's like the tip of the iceberg. Like, we see the victory, the achievement, but we don't know what's underneath. We don't know what they've done. We don't know behind the scenes. So take that off the table, keep your head forward, like with your goals, your journey. And really, like, that's when I stepped back. I was able to celebrate everybody else, even though I wasn't achieving the goals, because I know I will get there. It's a different story. It's a different journey. It's mine. And that's like, we get to do this for each other. And when I worked in the corporate realm, like, nobody celebrated me. Women were like competing with each other. So this is like really a privilege that we have as coaches, and your time will come, and then we'll celebrate the hell out of you too. So just keep going forward and utilize the team, like, use us. That's what we're here for, to support each other. Okay, sorry.
I think that goes right back to your, what is it? Your attitude determines the outcome. Same thing. You can look at people around you who are succeeding or achieving the things that you wish to achieve, and you can look at it and be angry and bitter towards it, or you can look at it as showing what's possible, showing what's there for the taking, showing what you can do too. So thank you for that, Donna. That means a lot. I know you share that with heart and tears, because I know you mean it with everything, and I know that you have so much ahead of you this year. Girl, we're gonna celebrate you real quick this year. All right, thank you, Christy. We love you. We will let you get to bed. Social distance from Danny. 6 feet apart, 6 feet apart. Good night. All right, guys, don't leave me, because we do have the raffle happening in just a second for this baby. What, you thought I forgot? I didn't forget. Veronica forgot. She's like, oh, it's the end of the call, right? Nope. We got to give away some collagen. But before we do, let's also talk about what's coming up ahead. I want to make sure that you guys are well aware that Wednesday night, that's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, there's a Diesel Nation sneak peek event happening. So this is where you can invite anyone who's thinking about coaching, wondered about coaching, asked about coaching, or who you think would be a great coach. Also, I would dig into your challenge groups. Anyone that's in there rocking and rolling, really committed to their journey, and they had not yet signed up to be a coach, at the very least, to benefit for them 25% off discount. You want to talk to them and invite them tomorrow night to join us. That is happening at 8 p.m. Tomorrow night, and links will go up on our team page. This week is also the Team Beachbody Leadership Retreat. So that's where you saw my sister and I get those big old boxes with, like, I kept just pulling stuff out of there. So many gifts, so many amazing things. You'll kind of see that unravel throughout the week on social media as well. Then we have 30-day breakaway customer launch on Monday, guys. Customer launch on Monday. So today we dropped a Success Club surprise check, and I see a lot of you guys on the board, but I know we can do so much better. I know that we can really knock this out of the park, but I also know that the coach launch is always a little bit slower. It's the customer launch that we got to go all in on and really get loud and bold. You have right now in your hands 30-day breakaway, which is everything you need to get out there and leverage this program. I know a lot of us, me included, we're kind of skeptical of the fact that it's a running program. And I was talking to Meech Perella about this as well. She's like, I'm not that excited. I'm like, well, figure out how to get excited, right? Because that's kind of our job. We got to figure out how to adjust the attitude towards what we're doing to create, the outcome that we want. I think Christy just nailed that right now. And so that takes getting a little bit out of the comfort zone and taking that time to find the joy, because there's going to be a joy in everything you do. And I know I found it with running. Finally, I think I'm almost obsessed with running. So find that for yourself, get loud, dig in, do the work, because customer launch, it's coming on the 19th, next Monday. And I've told you guys this over and over. 24 hours can change the trajectory of your month in your business like this. 24 hours can do it, but you got to do the work, right, to ride that wave. And then we also have a Diesel Nation team call on the 19th. I happen to know who the guest speaker is. You don't want to miss that one. That one's going to be huge. One more sneak peek to end the month as well. And then happy Halloween. Also, I know I get a lot of messages from you guys asking about the prayer groups on Wednesday morning. I put it on our team page. The link is there. The time's there. We're absolutely loving it. I mean, every week is like mind blown. Feel really great. Hopping on those calls, and it sets a tone for my week. And so if you guys want to join us, that's as well there.
All right, let's raffle off this collagen, shall we? Yes? All right, hold on. Let me stop this share and let me take you guys now to, because I did, oops, where's this share button, screen share? All right, tell me who's on my screen. Donna, do you see, oh wait, I was already there. It was the next, wait, is it this one? Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay, Donna, tell me if you see the wheel. Do you see the wheel? Jackie,
Yes.
you see the wheel? Yeah, okay, good.
Yes.
All right, so I put in all the names, everyone who tagged their team or a coach underneath my post this morning or earlier today. I put your name in here, so make sure you see your name. And when I click to spin, this thing is gonna randomly select someone that's gonna get collagen on me. So are you guys ready? Who's feeling lucky? Let me hear. I know we dropped like 20 people off the cops. Whoop, they lost their collagen. But tell me who's feeling lucky before I spin the wheel. Yeah? Let me hear it. Let me hear it. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready? I'm gonna click to spin. Oh, yay, Lorraine Harrison. Congratulations. That's Lolo. That's one of my girls. Lolo, congratulations. You've earned yourself a tub of collagen. I'll be getting this shipped out to you tomorrow. And then with that, guys, I leave you and remind you once again, you lack nothing. Use what God gave you. We have everything in our power right now to take this business a hold, to take a hold of our circumstances. And like Christy said, today, it's everything that happens to us is our responsibility. I don't know what the screen share is happening. You guys know what it looks like. We've talked about every month, right? Okay, I put up the same quote. You lack nothing. It's take responsibility, have self-awareness, get on that mindset. Take ownership of the entrepreneur's sacrifice. Know that there's going to be sacrifice and adjust your attitude, guys. And we can do the damn thing. Let's finish 2020 strong. Get out of this shit sandwich like I've been saying all day today. Love you guys. Let's do the damn thing. Keep fighting for it. Have a good night.